Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Today I have in my shop this 2012 Toyota Highlander Hybrid with 111,000 miles on the odometer, and the vehicle has a brand new owners. They came for a thorough inspection. The vehicle is in beautiful condition. That's what I discovered on the inspection. It just needed cabin air filter, engine air filter, front hybrid transaxle fluid replacement, and rear hybrid transaxle fluid replacement. Vehicle was apparently serviced by Toyota dealer elsewhere in Sacramento area. When I took a sample, very tiny amount sample of the front hybrid transaxle, I saw the fluid was dirty. I can show you how it looked. Also on the plugs, I saw the marks from factory. When it's brand new, they do the marks on it. I saw these plugs were never moved. So it made absolutely sense that the fluid needs to go, the service needs to be done. And I can show you the fluid, and I'm sure you will agree. Here is the remaining fluid. I got it in the catch pan. I wanted to see how many quarts came out, and it was 4 quarts drain out of the front. I didn't want to film it, but then I realized that there is confusion on the filler plug, which is hidden down here. So I made a video, and since I have some flexibility in my schedule, I decided to go ahead and film together, or for you, the replacement, the fluid service on this rear hybrid transaxle. I'm expecting the same results like in the front. I didn't take sample of this, but I also saw the plugs were never moved. Let me show you what I mean with that. So there are many plugs on it, and it can be confusing. That's another reason to film it. There are hex 10. It's one here and one there, but there is also another hex 10, and it will be the same story like in the front. This one, where did I see it? This one doesn't have that aluminum crush washer. It's right there. It's hidden down there. Don't touch that. It's for a different purpose. It's not there for maintenance. It's a service plug, but not a maintenance plug. So we will focus on these. This will be our filler level. This will be our drain one. And I know there is splashes of dust on it, but let me bring maybe light. I don't know if it will help, but right here there is a blue mark, and that mark is still perfectly matching, and that tells me nobody ever opened that. Do you see that? It shows that it's still from factory. When I will be finished with this, the marks will be not matching on either of those. The white one, it's the same. Can I get it? I think I can. Yep, this was never serviced. I always like to clean around those plugs. The tool is hex 10 for all of those. You always make sure you crack open the filler in the case it's stuck, purely theoretically. Because then when you drain this and you cannot fill it, you will be in trouble. So, oh yeah, you heard that? Even the short ratchet undid that. Now we can focus on the drain. Just need to go get a catching pan. Yeah, so hopefully you can see perfectly. Oh yeah, that was not very tight. Less than the other one, that's interesting. So there is always that aluminum crash washer. And this one, regarding manual, should have 1.8 quarts of Toyota WS fluid. The drain still contains the magnet, and I can see there are actually there's tiny amount of metal shavings on that magnet. We will look at it later. The fluid looks better, a little bit better. It's still dark, but visually I will say it's in better shape than on the front hybrid transaxle, which I did an hour ago, but that's expected. I can go ahead and unscrew the filler. If you leave it there like I did, it helps you minimize that large aggressive flow of the fluid when you crack it open right here. So this is slowing it down and nothing will spray all over here. As the fluid keeps draining, let's go and look on the difference in those plugs. So on the left, here's the filler / level adjustment plug. And here you can see those shavings. There's a little hill created by the debris, but the shavings are super fine, which shows that the transaxle is in the good health. There's nothing bad happening there, and we are good here. This is how it looks, clean and ready for install. There is a very slow drip after approximately 10 minutes. I gotta get moving, so I will close it. You can change that crash washer made of aluminum, get it from the dealer. And I will carefully insert the plug with the magnet and carefully torque it. This is made of aluminum, that case. It's not super strong, so you don't want to break that to crack it. So be careful. I think the torque is 39 Newton meters, but if you want to use torque wrench, check the number, I'm not sure. I do this always by feel. I use the smaller half-drive ratchet and I hold it just close to feel the plug. And that's it. That's it for me. I know it's nicely seated and it will not leak. Here is the fluid I caught, and I will always expect it's better than in the front. You see it got darker, but on the edges you can see it's still relatively good. Should I have waited with this service and do just front and avoid the back? I don't think so. I think this is correct time to do it. Here you can see that brand new fluid from the front service. Completely different. It's clear, transparent, slight pink WS from Toyota. This is old. It's known that I'm obsessed with measuring all these volumes. The manual says 1.8 US quarts. It's the total fill. I bet you we got out a little bit less. What do you think we caught? 1.5? 1.2? Something like that? In this case it will be close. I think we have on that left sides are quarts, we have a 1.6 out. So if you do this service in the rear, you need 2 of these from Toyota dealer. Meaning 2 of these, not 2 boxes. And I normally use these extractor dispensers, either of them, to get that new fluid inside we will be competing for a space right here, that's for sure. But I will try to show you in the detail how it goes in. Now these numbers, what we measured, that just to help us to see the real world drain and refill. You still have to get 2 quarts, and also you don't have to measure it because it works as an overflow. So when it will be full, it will start overflowing. So here I go with my filling injector and carefully, not rushing it. When you are getting close to that 1.6, now you know that's what came out. It gives you idea that you will be ending the service. It's actually coming out, guys. Yep. Here you can hopefully see the fluid starting flowing. If I will injecting more, it will just start leaking through that opening even more. So I know my level is right there, and I can put that plug back. I'll come through here, so if I'm getting in your way, sorry. Due to the frame position and wheel and everything, it's not easy to find a place for the camera, but doable as you can see. So again, careful. You don't want to crack that case. The crush washer, that aluminum crush washer, is actually the part which will seal it. There is no reason for you to crank on it too much, because I saw these cases damaged. As you can imagine, to replacing all of it will be extremely costly, so it's better to prevent it. And I'm sure you will agree this is perfect DIY project for everybody. I'm very happy I had a time to film that. Always slows my schedule drastically. Some of you might be asking how often this should be done. So we really saw that it had 110,000 miles. The front was badly contaminated. The rear was like, okay. If this vehicle was mine and I'd driven it in the urban environment, I will say 60,000 miles, rule of thumb. If it will be driving in the dirt environment, dust, dirt, gravel, I will cut it in half, 30,000, both front and rear. I hope many of you will find this video helpful. If you do, please give it a thumb up and stay tuned. I have way more coming your way soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.